Alright, I have that recording, and I'm going to start this recording. Alright. Hello, everybody, and thank you for downloading or listening to, via whatever method, this latest episode of That D&D podcast. Before we get into the recap, let's go around the table as usual and introduce ourselves. My name's Chris. I'm the GM. I roll more dice and usually do so rather poorly. Next up, let's go to Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'll be playing Gosrin today, the Paladin, and I'll be trying to prevent the party from killing each other.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm playing Lash the Assassin, and I will probably be the catalyst that causes the party to kill each other.
Hi, I'm Andrew, playing Foz, the Changeling Barbarian Berserker, who's about to fuck off, because fuck all of y'all and fuck zombies, motherfuckers.
We don't fuck zombies here.
Ew.
Oh.
Necrophilia. We don't do that.
That's Renee.
Any port in a storm?
Take them away, toys.
I don't think Canadians are supposed to go that way. Anyway, I'm Renee, and I'm playing Eska, the Githeri Seeker, and I'm hoping to avoid all the conflict ever today.
I'm David. I am playing Fairsoon the Ever in Motion. I am the guy who usually walks away when the conflict starts in order to put out other fires that were started also by the party.
Or kick people down a pit.
Somebody say something. David, talk.
I just did.
David,
Chris.
get it? Because remember that one time? Anyway.
No.
So who hasn't gone yet?
Bobby?
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm playing the role of Koro, Herald the Arcane, and...
Hi.
Alright, so it's been quite a while since we've recorded a session for 4th edition in the current time stream. So all of you who are listening and realize that we're missing shit, it is not intentional. I lost
You're
some of
actually
my
from
notes.
the future.
Yes.
You're from a different time stream together. So what happened was he ran around really fast, and it opened this vortex in the sky, and now we're in Earth 2, so we'll just go from there.
To me, you've all been
Spoilers.
dead for hundreds of years.
But the dinosaurs are back.
So,
We don't have cows where I'm from.
as far as I can tell, the last where we ended the previous session was you guys had acquired a map, and through some method or another, you found out that there were 2 possible islands off to the east a little ways that you could visit.
Not some method or other. Keanu Elf.
His name was Garthus, thank you. I have that part written down.
It's Keanu Elf now. Thank you, Renee.
Keanu means ocean breeze in my native tongue. I think that actually is what Keanu means. Fuck. You know, I have the barest grasp of a train of thought here, and you're just derailing that shit willingly. So yeah, there's 2 islands you can go to. There is Rock Roost Isle, which is rock like the big bird, and then there is an island I sadly cannot remember the name of. We'll call it Fortress
So,
Island,
I
because it
think we
had
should
an
go to
old
Rock Roost
fortress on
Island,
it.
because I don't need no instructions to know how to rock.
I thought the island was
Whoa.
No Man.
Are there prone to be hurricanes there?
That's Scorpion Island. You get rocked like a hurricane. Yes.
Yeah.
So, there was also the debate going on between Foz and Lash as to...
Jesus, you couldn't just, not mention that?
it's kind of a big sticking point between you guys right now. I believe when we last ended everything, there was no resolution reached, and things were getting a bit heated.
Foss has just unfriended you and is no longer following you on Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great unintentional thing to give us like a month off to cool down after that
Yep.
session.
So let's bring it back to boil.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get a nice rolling boil going again.
So, to set the scene, it's probably early to mid-afternoon at this point. You guys have been traveling around the town a little bit, grabbing supplies, talking to different merchants, shopping around. But regardless of what you do, it all just kind of seems to fold back on this argument you guys are having, and it seems like a trip is not going to happen until you guys work this crap out.
So we brought in Dr. Phil to mediate.
You see, what you're doing is one of you's trying to build a doghouse out of flapjacks, and the other one is building Barbie's dream house out of Legos, and they just don't match.
It is way the fuck too close, Chris.
I think I understand.
It's his favorite show.
No, you
Eventually,
don't.
I have to
That
get
didn't
in-
make any sense. It was a test,
Chris.
and you just failed.
No.
Chris, stop. Go back to NPR voice, Chris.
I don't think I have an
Hi,
NPR
this
voice.
this is Chris, and you're listening to All Things Considered. And I'm going to be very quiet, and you're going to have to strain to listen to me for the next 45 minutes. And
And if you listen real closely in the background, you can hear the slapping sound of me just applying copious amounts of lotion all over my naked body.
Wait, is that
Somehow
not
that's
how
better than Night Owl.
everybody records radio shows?
still better than Terry Gross.
And,
Aw,
I'm actually sitting in a
Wow.
vat of aloe vera gel
that's
right
so
now.
mean.
And it is
I
so
actually
good
don't mind
on
Terry
my
Gross. It's the
nethers.
guy that does the other thing that annoys the shit out of me. The guy that talks real
Oh.
quiet.
So,
See, I can't do Diane Reeves because she sounds like she's 145.
am Diane Reeves.
so just for the record, we can't edit video, so we can't take all this shit out. So maybe we should.
I never take any of it out anyway. What are you talking about?
Renee will
We'll
fix this in post.
It's funny because I still listen to NPR.
I
What
like
you
Tom
gonna do?
Ashbrook.
Pretty great.
I like Sartorius Johnson.
I like
Sartorius Johnson
Making
dance.
up
I
names.
like BBC News
Props to my buddy Adam.
NewsHour because everybody has awesome names on there.
That's true.
Yes.
And they all sound very professional and non-plused about all the things.
Seriously, you could put together a D&D party of BBC broadcasters.
Bandersnatch, Crabble Pooch.
I'm sorry, could or we are going to next as our next option?
Well,
That's our
obviously,
next
I'm
party.
claiming Damien Grammaticus.
Oh my fuck, yes.
You have to be an illiterate orc with that name.
No. Orc bard. Illiterate orc bard.
The only thing I can read is music and emotions.
That's all that matters, really.
And here's some smooth jazz.
So, once again, what are you guys
is
up
there a
to?
way for us? Can, like, Fearsoon and I sneakily make the zombie crew members dissolve without anyone noticing so that we just avoid the whole conflict entirely?
That would maybe be another conflict.
They
Nobody,
just disappeared. Nobody knows what happened to them.
right now, you guys are not on the boat. The boat is not in the dock. It's a couple hundred yards out, I believe, was what y'all determined was the safe thing.
Yes.
Right, because of the
Because the crew won't come into the shore.
because of the
Smell.
unfounded negative racism that the living have towards the living impaired.
So we have regular racism, reverse racism, and then negative racism.
Right.
As opposed to positive racism. I don't know
So
what that would even
that's like
mean.
affirmative action.
And then you have
okay.
inverse racism, which I think cancels out regular racism.
Actually, they combine and annihilate like matter and antimatter.
So now that this conversation has gone to the negative zone,
The Hulk of the conversation.
all right. So I believe the issue was that if we didn't destroy the undead crew and the boat, Foz was going to leave.
Yes.
Boat's cool. Crew's creepy. Also, Fuzz is probably stormed off in a huff.
Do you want to make
By
that official?
virtue,
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say by virtue of not remembering what happened, my book of the grudge is largely empty, so I have no idea why I was so dug in at the time.
Because they were your undead.
Because they're connected to your past. You think that they will give you... Why are we telling him what he remembers?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
that he
know.
and Foz both agreed.
Yes.
It
Yes,
ended
there
with
was no
like a hug or
disagreement
something like that.
whatsoever, and no one will ever go back and check the tapes again.
We have to listen to our own podcast.
Adam,
That'll
what
be the
fuck,
day.
man. We need the subscribers. Arsh.
We're not going to hit 200 without all four of us. Shit, there's 5. Shit, there's 6.
One more time.
Mike can't count.
Yeah, because... No.
There's 7. Here's the joke.
Explain it really quietly. While we avoid dealing with this issue.
So,
Tron 3 was
let's just
canceled.
say that I use my wonderful speaking skills to convince Lash that the journals are all she needs to connect to her past, and the crew don't know anything anyway.
Okay, go ahead and use them. That's not a roll. You have to commit to her.
Okay, so Lash.
Good points. Good points all around.
This is thinking about whether or not this can work.
Well, no, Lash. I mean, yeah. For those of you not able to see the chat, Foz says, "You remember it was literally everyone arguing to keep them except Gosrin and Foz, which I believe was the case, because you guys
I
aren't."
hadn't argued either way.
You dropped a
didn't have a
greater
position.
good argument.
You did.
Ooh, yeah,
right,
you did.
but that was because
That was a very good argument.
Yeah, but Lash was trying to whatever. But the last thing I asked was I asked
whatever, be evil.
whatever.
So.
I don't know. But once Foz was like, "I'm not going to stay for this," I asked Lash if there was any way that she would why did she want to keep them? Is there any way that she would consider letting them go? And that was when we ended the thing.
Hey, for the record, Koro suggested that we kill half as compromise. I wasn't one way or the other.
Sophie's choice.
Fire hangers.
Okay, so Foz, you stormed off. What are you doing?
Trying to get to sleep like an 8-year-old having a temper tantrum.
Okay, so anybody coming in is gonna get whining and kicked.
Books thrown at them.
Books and maybe an axe thrown at them. Yeah, it's a 8-year-old temper tantrum with, barbarian strength.
Oh, good. So, toddlers would actually make pretty good barbarians because they have that ridiculous little kid strength and their fear.
Right? Tyrants.
They're also totally selfish narcissists. Works.
And they love running around naked.
Also
We already
that.
said that. Selfless narcissist.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a redundancy, but yeah.
I'm not sure why Eska has a blue dot. Eska doesn't need a blue dot. Boop, fixed it.
Or dots. Stop dots.
Okay, so
There's a picture I'm trying to find, and it's like a small infant child holding 2 pencils or like pens or whatever, like one in each hand, and it looks like they're yelling "Wog," and it's amazing.
We're gonna have to edit some of this out of this episode because
we're 12 minutes in, guys.
I am trying not to think about the problem that we have as fast as we can.
There's only one conversation that I have edited out in whole.
Oh, which one was it?
The whale vagina.
Yes!
Yeah, it's the will vagina.
we have to
Yep.
You
call
have to
this
leave
out
this part
too.
in so our fans know what they lost.
That was so
And they
good.
lost the conversation about whale vaginas. I
Wait,
had to
no,
because it was like 25 minutes. There was no
But
way to keep it all in.
You
Part of
cut
it's
out
still
the
in
bit
there.
where it was like
I think part of it is.
I think part of it is still in there because it was me laughing about how someone compared it to a map for Six Flags or something.
Yeah,
Yes.
I left like the beginning and end of it, but a lot of it got cut out.
You mean the tip?
You know what they say?
Yes,
Whale
just the
vaginas are
tip.
like starfish. If you leave even a little bit there, the rest of it'll grow back.
That's not true, and you know it.
It has
Chris,
to be
are you a
it
whale
has to be the
biologist?
core. It has to be
I'm
the
taking
tip.
away your ichthyologist degree.
This has been the Children's Fun Fact Science Corner.
I thought Chris was
No.
going to say you can't have just one.
Whale vagina? Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so are we going to so the bigger concern that I had from a metagaming standpoint was that if Foz storms off, Andrew doesn't have a character to play.
Looking at the screen, you might notice-
Outside of the game,
Andrew has
that
like
is
7 characters.
untrue.
Yeah.
Don't let that influence your decision, because Andrew and I, after that last episode, we talked at length about methods to get Blinky here.
Meth heads?
But I
Methods.
like
Yeah.
Foz. I don't want to force somebody not to play a character because my character's
Steadfast?
This
Stubborn?
also kind of fits with the narrative arc that I had in mind for Fuzz, so it's cool.
because because unfortunately this fits in my narrative arc of Flash.
You just got cut off right
So
there.
so
Not sure.
so don't fight it, man. Just
Okay.
So, what we're gonna have now, I guess, is Foz kind of plants her heels, Lash plants her heels. Neither's willing to budge on their decision.
And somebody in the background goes, "Kiss."
Hey,
Garthus
do
comes
not-
by, is like, "Why don't you guys just like fuck already?"
You
Damn.
guys, please do not further the shippers.
It's funny because you guys are trying
Do
to
we
build a
have
really
our-
strong ship.
Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. We can't have any shippers if we don't have anybody to crew it.
So I'll just put that as a plus in the keep the crew category.
I can't even contest that. The logic is unassailable.
Unsaleable, you say?
Oh my god, it's like that was intentional.
Oh man.
We were gonna get back to the
Too bad it
nautical
wasn't
pun
a-
schooner
That'd been
later.
Great.
Okay, so night falls. Foz is sleeping. What is everybody else doing?
Cora was fixing his macro sheet.
Flash is going to be. I'm sorry. After you.
No. Go ahead.
No. Everyone else should go first.
Oh
Especially
fuck! One of you
Gotham.
guys talk.
I would say that Eska would probably be trying to figure out a way, if there's any way to honorably solve this disagreement. If there's a way to get around what everyone wants, because both of these are useful to their ultimate goal. She doesn't want to lose anybody.
Fairsoon wants to look into if there's a way to, if there's like a lot of war forged around, or if there's
Are you
If there's-
really that opposed to just feeding crew?
well, I mean, the way Fairsoon is thinking is like the undead don't have to eat, and also they're less likely to, they're not going to like turn against you and stuff. Whereas like even if you're feeding people and whatnot, sometime they'll be like, we don't want to do this because that's crazy, sort of thing.
I get the suicide mission angle. I was just trying to figure out
But-
if you were
so-
actually that cheap.
Well, no, he was going to look into Warforged, but he's also was going to do like ask around at a few maybe are there like, I'm trying to think of the word. There's not guilds.
Longshoreman?
Maybe he'd have to just go to some dockside bars and look for some sailors.
So you're gonna head to some dockside bars to look for some seamen.
He's
That's
gonna
our
pull.
fear soon.
I'm gonna pull a Shenmue. Just walk around
So,
looking for sailors.
well, being, this is a port town, you can find sailors usually in groups, singing and talking loudly in the bars. Most of them are about as drunk as you can get and still remain conscious. Is there
So
anything
exactly what we need to do something crazy.
is there anything in particular you want to ask these horribly intoxicated individuals?
I'm looking for seasoned sailors who don't mind danger, who want to go on quite possibly the most important voyage the world has ever seen.
Nice bitch.
When would it end?
That's a very good question that I don't have an answer to.
What's the job and what's the pay? Is the general consensus.
The job is crewing a flying ship to hunt down a god. The pay is to be determined.
He is immortality in tale and song and verse.
So
The
no coin is what you're saying.
I can guarantee we will find lots of treasure.
The real treasure is friendship.
That's right.
No, so a lot of them, they turn around when you start, kind of talking up the job. And then when you say a flying ship, about two-thirds of them turn back around and go back to their drinks. And when you say kill a god, a large majority of the remaining people also turn around and go back to their drinks. There's a couple people who come up and they're like, "Are you sure you haven't had too much to drink?" And there's two or three people who are like, "I got kicked off my last ship. I'll join you if you want."
And I tell them, I assure you, I have not had enough to drink yet today.
So when do we leave?
Very soon, hopefully. We need to finish fitting the ship and getting supplies.
Okay.
But I can take you to meet the rest of your employers.
Okay. It's a dragonborn and two dwarves that say they'll come with you.
Awesome.
The dragonborn, he doesn't really tell you much about his past, and the two dwarves say they got kicked off their last ship, but they'll try anything once.
Yeah. Great.
Anything?
Well,
We've already tried that, and it's a firm no.
Yeah.
No, Foss was talking
well,
about getting lit.
I'll take you to meet the others, and maybe they'll have some more ideas for us.
All right, well, it's getting late, so I guess we'll head back to head to bed and meet you guys at sunup. Where do you want us to find you?
I'm trying to remember. Did we pull up anywhere in particular? Are we staying at? What's the name of the inn we were staying at?
Shit, let me pull it up. I've got it here somewhere.
Little alien.
This is this the stuff? Fuck. Hold on.
Good stuff.
It's oh, here it is. I have so many documents in this folder, it's kind of stupid. Scale port. The Brood Awakening is the inn/tavern.
The Brood Awakening. Yes, we're staying at the Brood Awakening.
So basically where you guys are right now. We're staying upstairs.
Oh, I
Um,
thought I had to like go to another place to find some sailors, but okay.
Well, you guys had been wandering around the town for most of the day, so you might have had to walk back to the tavern. But you guys have a couple small rowboat sort of things hooked up by the Begging Fish, which is the Dragonborn Saba that said she would work with you guys on getting the ship flying. That's her little private
Right.
dock, so you guys got a couple little boats there for transporting back and forth.
Okay.
So do you want us to meet you here, or do you want us to meet you at the boat?
Why don't you meet here in the morning? We'll have breakfast and you can talk with the rest of the crew so far.
Okay. Well, they shake your hand and walk off in, whatever different directions they're going.
Well, now I should tell the others that I've found some crew and we need more.
Okay.
It's okay. Lash has an idea of what to do about that too.
Okay. Gothrin, are you doing anything?
No, I had nothing in mind.
Okay.
So just crashing.
Cora?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out with Gauser.
Get real close, like in that little room at the end.
Here,
You know what I mean?
try to inflict him with vampirism again. That was awesome.
We're gonna need him full vampire for what's coming up. Eska,
Say, oh no, please don't, as I stretch out my neck.
I've read that fanfic.
he wrote it.
You
Eska,
wrote
what are
it?
you up
Yeah,
to?
damn it.
Having trouble topping that. Lol.
I don't know. don't really know how to get ready for a ship journey, so I guess I'm gonna go practice fighting or meditating.
Okay.
Find my inner peace or kick some ass.
Both. You need inner peace in order to kick ass well.
How about this?
This is outside of her wheelhouse, to be sure.
You head downstairs, or you head to the inn, and you're looking for a place to practice some fighting. And the bartender seems to be having some issues in the tavern area, getting some people to leave because they're starting a commotion. The bartender looks over at you and says, can you help me out here?"
Sure. I would be glad to.
All right.
What seems to be the problem?
Those assholes need to leave.
Okay.
I've
So-
told them to leave, and they won't. They said make me, and I've got a lot to do. So if you could throw them on their ass or convince them,
I've got a lot
I'd
to do.
appreciate it.
Alright, so I'll go over to whichever one of the rowdy group seems to be the leader.
Okay.
And say that I was informed by the bartender that you were told to leave, and you said that she should make you. So I'm here to make you.
Okay. There's 3 Dragonborn that have gone from shoving each other to sort of pushing up against each other, like really kind of awkwardly, and they're just hissing with their faces like this far away from each other. And slowly
Okay.
circling, and as you walk up, they all kind of look over at you, and they say, "What are you going to do about it?"
I'm going to make you leave.
Why don't you give me, like, 3 random attack rolls? We'll see how this goes.
Yay!
9, 9, 9.
Shut it, you.
You summon the beast.
But he's
He's
upside,
upside
down.
down. Damn it. Jinx.
Nope.
It's the Australian one.
So that's
You wish those
15,
were nice.
15, a 6, and an 11.
15, 6, and yeah.
Well, these guys are more hot air than... let's say they're more bark than bite, so...
Sound and Fury.
Yes. So you get a nice swing with your weapon. You clock one of them in the jaw. The projectile flies out, hits the other one right between the eyes, sends him flat on his back. And the third one's like, "Okay, well, that's enough here." And then he walks out, and the other ones eventually get up and walk out. The bartender is appreciative and gives you like 4 gold. Says, "Thanks, appreciate it."
Excellent. My pleasure.
You gain 4 experience. So let's say night falls. You guys all end up eventually going back to your rooms.
Wait. Lash has the thing to do.
Okay, sorry, I forgot about that. What you want to do?
So Lash will go back to the boat.
Okay.
She's gonna go find the captain-y looking guy, the guy that's the first mate, swabby looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna pull up a stool and sit down and say, "So how do I make more of you?"
Clearly the solution here.
So I don't know if you remember, these guys can't talk. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna put his tools down. He's gonna think for a second.
And then do the finger in the other hand.
The
whole
eyes.
thing.
He's gonna lay down on the ground.
Whoa.
He's gonna do like a scissors snipping thing. He's gonna tap his head, and then he's gonna wiggle his fingers, and then stand up.
That's
Is this where you hand him the paper and inkwell?
yes.
Kill, chop, hat, rise, magic.
Hat? Do I need a magic hat?
Hat with an H. You can't mishear what he wrote.
But I can't see what he wrote either.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. Hat.
Type it out. Chris, you've got a keyboard.
Ill cut hat finger magic rise.
Your hat.
I'm gonna need more information about the hat thing. Oh,
Your hat
oh,
with the souls and the thing and the voodoo.
yeah. Okay, we can do that.
Not that Foz in any way condones what's about to occur.
Yeah, but who has the stuff? Because didn't somebody go get it to keep it from, like, somebody? Adam, you were talking to Gosrin was talking to the zombie guys to find out more about them, and somebody went downstairs to get the hat out of the chest while Lash wasn't around. We took the stuff out of the chest.
The hat that I'm wearing?
Yeah.
I don't think there was a hat in there. I think it was clothes and like a journal and stuff.
Yeah, I think they're assuming the crown he's currently wearing with the soul gems is what he's
But
talking
yeah,
about
I
right now.
plant my crown, my soul crown, and I ask if he means this one or a different one.
He shakes his head no.
He means a different one?
Nod.
Okay. Can you tell me where the other one is?
He closes his eyes, and he does this little swirly finger thing, and then he points off somewhere to the east.
Okay, cool.
Magic finding powers.
And can I take you off the ship, or will you turn into like dust?
He says yes, or he nods yes.
Haha, tripped you up there. All right, cool. So what we'll do is I'll convince my crew that we have a quest to do. And there's like some sort of artifact over there. Do we need anything else special besides the hat? You said cut finger. I don't know what the finger thing is.
He holds up a hand, and it's got 4 fingers on it.
Right, I had to cut off one of your fingers. I mean, someone has to cut off one of your 4 fingers. Okay. And once I make more of you, are you guys like bound to me, bound to my will, or like what? How do I ensure loyalty? Being awesome.
He writes for a few seconds and shows you the piece of paper in kind of crappy handwriting. It says, "Cannot disobey the one who summons."
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, this is great. Do you know
Super
if there's
creepy.
a maximum number of you that I can create?
More writing, not a mage, no idea.
Okay, but I could ask a mage.
6 for right now.
Shrug.
But you get 3 more strategy posts.
What I need to do is get a. Which one of you is the most morally flexible?
They don't have any morals. They have to do whatever you say.
I think he's referred to group this time.
The group this time.
Oh.
Because presumably I'm not going to roll a 20 here. Let's find out. Roll 1d20 plus whatever.
That's a good bonus.
Whatever. Yes.
For magical knowledge-y stuff.
Could be Arcana.
Okay, fine. We can use whatever magical knowledge-y stuff you want.
There's one fucking skill, it's magical knowledge.
I don't know. Am I a mage? Could be 2. Alright, so I don't know this thing, whatever it is, regardless. Okay. So I don't know that Koro is with Gosrin, so I'll go find Koro first.
Okay.
But assumedly Koro's with Gosrin, so then I'm gonna go find the
Of course, where else would he be?
whatever. At home washing his tights. I go find the other magical one.
Hey, I don't wear tights. I wear a
Fair
dress.
soon.
Yeah, the Ever Emotion.
Yes.
Hi, I've got a magical question for you.
Okay.
So, do you know anything about like maximum number of servants one can control magically?
I've
so
never.
I
don't have a lot of experience with constructs. No.
I've got this idea. So basically, we've got this crew that we don't have to feed and is loyal and is basically the perfect sailors. And if we could make more of them, that would just be perfect, right?
It just
I thought
happens. Fairsoon has some news for you.
we had an issue keeping the ones we currently have.
I think that'll work itself out.
I'm confident it's not my fucking problem.
You said you wanted to make more of them.
All right. Well, so like in the course of heroing, of saving
In
people
hero events.
in hero events, we necessarily produce a certain amount of non-living matter from previous antagonists. So I was thinking, why let a resource go to waste?
Are you suggesting? Are you suggesting that you come to understand how our undead crew came to be? That you think you can replicate that?
Yeah, sure. Shouldn't be
There
that
might
hard,
be some
right?
trial and error, but we'll figure it out.
Right. I mean, and together we'll learn. There'll be some friendship. In the end, we'll have stories to tell. At the very worst,
We can crack a bottle of wine and just see where the evening takes us.
right? We can build a fire. Sing a couple of songs.
I will admit to not being an ardent follower of the Raven Queen, but I am pretty sure some of our party members might have an issue with this.
I don't know that this is necessarily limited to problems with the Raven Queen. I'm just trying to explore all our options here, and I'll put it on the table. I'll lay out the pros and cons, and we can all come to some sort of agreement on how this is probably the best path forward.
Lash, were you a lawyer before you died?
Lash, I'm not sure.
Lash was a pirate that killed a lot of people before she died.
I'm not sure how you've come to this belief, but I don't find the idea of binding creatures into eternal servitude to be a good idea.
I mean, I've got this hat already, right? So we're already like one step down that road. Look, what a better way to not force people, to encourage people to make the right decisions than by having this sort of punishment against the people that make the wrong ones. It'll discourage people from committing crimes because they don't want to wind up like sailors in my crew, so to speak. Metaphorically, literally speaking.
I don't believe I have the magical skills you're seeking.
Okay. I'll have to ask Pharaoh soon. Not Pharaoh soon. The other one.
I'll have to ask you again later, once I raise you.
Just gonna quick load this conversation, picking your choices.
Oh, that is the most disturbing thing I've said today. So thanks. I appreciate it.
Okay, so we're gonna say everybody went to bed, and you've all got you're doing pretty well for yourselves. So everybody's got adjoining but separate rooms.
But separate.
But separate. So you
I
wake
believe
up.
you mean suites.
They're just beds. What makes something classified as a suite?
It's like you've got the common room area, and then like there's like the living space in the middle.
Yeah. So
I
they're
think
suites,
wasn't-
whatever. I don't care. So you've got 6 of them. So you wake up the next morning. You guys all, wake up around the same time. So 5 of you walk out into the little common area, and your hair's all fucked up, and some of you are eating preserved organs, and that sort of thing.
Delicious.
Let me get a perception check from everybody since it's super early in the morning.
Perception.
19.
Hey, Gosrin, Foz isn't here.
Holy shit, Foz isn't here, guys. Where the hell is he?
Being a girl.
Yes, sorry, she. My apology.
So everybody so far but Koro. Foz isn't here. Koro,
Guys, I
you're,
think Foz is here.
Koro, you're busy looking for like hair product. Also, Lash doesn't recognize shit. She probably doesn't care. That's mean. That's mean. I'm not gonna make assumptions for your character.
But you will for mine.
Oh,
Come on, you know he wants
Let's
some
see
hair
where it is.
product.
Let's see how it is.
Because you're an elf, right?
So, Koro and Lash,
Rude.
you don't realize this at first. Farsoon, Gazra, and Eska, Faz is not out with you guys, and usually she's one of the first to be up and at 'em, being as she has way too much goddamn energy for some reason.
Go bang on her door.
There's no answer.
Is it
I
locked?
look out into the harbor where the ship should be.
The ship is still there, as far as you could tell from the window. The door is not locked, Gazra.
Opening.
There is a note on the bed.
Say, dear
For you
John.
guys, I'm going
Boston,
home.
right?
Some of the E's are capital and backwards. Some of the R's are backwards, Little Rascal
Okay.
style. The letters sort of meander about the page, but you can make out, after a little bit of tilting your head back and forth. Foz, what does the letter say?
I refuse to work alongside abominations and them who use them. Your cause is just, but we no longer share a path. May she have mercy upon you, Foz. P.S. Get fucked.
Get bot, son.
Get dunked on.
Okay.
Motherfuckers want to play around and get dunked on.
Get dunked on is epic.
Yeah, no, I rewrite history, and that's what it says now. Thank you.
Basketball hasn't been created, so that last line is especially cryptic.
Like, what does she
Well, yeah,
mean?
there's no Canada event basketball.
Yes, that's true.
If that's the price we must pay.
Oh.
Koro's gonna burn a sending scroll toward Foz.
It
Or just
sparkles
set
funny
on fire.
colors as it's on fire.
Gotta
No,
put it out.
I'm joking.
Are they green?
Roll me an Arcana check.
$25.
You plus 15 Arcana?
Yes.
Wow.
How?
Wizard.
Magic.
How? Magic. There you go. A wizard
I
did it,
casted
Chris. That's
Boost
how.
Arcana on my Arcana before I did a spell. No, what do you want to say to Foz?
Oh.
Aw.
Get fucked. You mean the others, right? Not me.
No, that was it. Oh.
Okay, Foz, wherever you are, on your horse with your hood drawn up over your head, you just hear in the back of your
On this
brain.
very high horse.
I
Aw,
think that he's
she's so
probably walking
emo.
away with sad music.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the music from the Hulk. Also, there's no response.
Oh.
There you
Someone
go.
gonna tell me that Foz is gone?
I did say
Well,
out loud.
Foz is gonna have
Share
some
the
fun
note.
for the rest of her life. When at 3 o'clock in the morning, just gets random sending scrolls of somebody screaming.
You know what? I didn't need you anyway. Fuck you too. I miss you.
Drunken sending scrolls of Koro at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Foz considers the cost of a plane shift scroll.
Drunk dialed by a fucking wizard.
Yeah, getting butt dialed is probably worse though.
You thought changing your form you could just skip my calls, huh? Well, I know you and I know your heart, and you're gonna regret this one day. We could have been something. Do 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 do
Send another one at 4
Figure out
o'clock
what
in
a
the morning.
wizard butt dial would sound like.
Send another one at 4 o'clock in the morning apologizing, and the one at 4:30 sobbing even harder than he was at 3 o'clock in
Hey,
the
one of
morning.
my friends got a hold of my sending scroll. That wasn't me. My bad. Okay, so fuck.
You can fix it in post. Cool.
That felt
That
good
was
personal,
perfect.
Chris.
Wait, what'd I do?
I said that felt kind of personal. Maybe something from your past. You're living a little bit here.
No. Shut up. Thank you for downloading this episode of the D&D podcast.
Guys, I think we just let Chris play tonight's session. just have him let it all out.
Koro takes 5 damage. I hate you, Dad. I mean, Koro takes 5 damage.
Why'd you love him more than me? 10 damage for Koro. Because fuck him. He doesn't deserve that love.
All right, now we need Dr. Phil to bring the healer home.
You see, what you're doing is one of you's trying to cruise ship of people, and the other one's trying to use abominations from beyond the grave.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you take a step
And then
back,
everybody
you
is
can see
holding
two
Lash up
positions
on a
are
chair.
actually pretty close to each other. Anyway,
Let me see. Gosrin. You hear a strange metallic voice echo in your head. And it says, Paladin, is the room clear? I can't hear you. I don't know if you said anything, but
I said clear of what?
is that what the god said? Like, I can't hear you. Speak up, please. Did you say something?
a few. The amount of time passes that would usually be required to cast another sending. It says, is the room clear of any enemies?
There are no enemies present.
Okay. A glowing rectangle appears in a nearby wall. You see it slowly open, and a super beardy wizard appears through what is now a doorway, and he is followed by whatever you guys want to call him: Sigil, Blinky, Bucket. What do you know? The robot from your guild, and he is holding Hansa and Chuck.
Oh.
The wizard or Blinky?
Blinky is. After they walk through the doorway, the wizard pulls this doorknob off of the part of the wall that swung open and pushes it closed behind him, and the glow fades away and it's a regular wall again.
Do we recognize this wizard, or is this the
Nope.
first time we're seeing him? Okay.
Elminster.
Quick, someone just hacked the Mary Sue.
Sorry to intrude. I bumped into these three in the wilds above, near a camp full of dead orcs. They said they needed to get to you, so...
Wait, are
Alright.
those our orcs from the city that were supposed to not die?
I think
Well,
it was
they
the
were
orcs
supposed
chasing
to-
our orcs.
Oh, okay. Mind their
Anyway-
business.
Anyway, my work here's done, so you guys have a good day. And he puts the doorknob back on the wall, opens it up, and walks through, and the wall is normal again.
Well, that was disturbing.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
Our
Hi.
Plot
Like
wasn't
a-
away!
plot device. Oh. Are Chuck and Hansa, as in like in a bad way, looking?
They look like they've had the crap beaten out of them. They're sort of be-skinnied, as if they haven't eaten in a while. They've got some
Skinnied.
cuts and bruises on them. But they're alive. I mean, they're probably not going to die anytime soon from
What
anything.
happened?
I'll restore vitality I can through magic, and then we'll see about
Blinky
getting him
will
some
probably
food.
also crack some potions on them, because he does that.
Cracked potions.
Just random potions.
He just breaks it over their forehead. This is how you
Yeah.
apply potions back.
Osmosis, and just
helping.
rub the glass and potion on them.
Programming unclear. Potions applied.
Instructions unclear. Used as suppository.
Are you satisfied
Butt
with your
chug.
care?
Oh,
Tough part was removing their bottom for the application. But
no.
no.
Andrew, no.
Are you not satisfied with your care?
Don't do this to me.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, so after a little bit of vitality restoration from the robot and the paladin, they Hansa begins to stir a little and tries to sit up, and it seems to hurt her. You know, she's probably sore from the beatings.
Don't move. You have hibernation sickness.
Oh, that's. I don't think that's a thing, but okay. How's it going, guys? Where are we?
You're at the port town.
I don't know where we are.
Dragonsville.
Right.
Scaleport.
Scaleport,
Scaleport.
yes.
Skill Dragon Town port thing.
We're in something that would give you a hint that it's for dragons and it's near water, but I can't remember the name. Why? Okay. Did you guys get
What
us out of
happened?
the cages?
A random wizard
Yes,
dropped you
yes,
off
we did.
here.
You have
no, we
owe
didn't.
our lives to us, and you should obey us forever and
Owe our
perhaps
lives
eternally.
to us?
Owe our lives to us.
You owe me my life back.
So we went to go check out that camp that you guys talked about, and we saw some orcs trying to block the road, and they were attacking some merchants. So we tried to put ourselves between the orcs and the merchants, and they called reinforcements, and we spent some time in some cages. There was a lot of beating and interrogations, and they asked if we knew where the clan of cowards were. We didn't. I mean, we didn't tell them anything. We didn't really know anything. So there was a lot of beatings and a lot of being thrown back in the cage.
These are the orcs that were chasing the orcs we were trying to be friendly with, basically.
Probably. I
Yeah.
don't know much about inter-orc politics.
They asked you about lights. Were there 4 lights?
What?
3 lights.
There are only 3 lights.
Anyways. So was this on your way back from the human camp or on the way there?
We never made it. There was the orcs in the way, so...
Right.
Yeah, well, so go back and
Oh,
there.
that's not good.
I'm sorry that you got caught in the middle of that. You can recover here, as long as you need.
Okay, I don't have any, like, money.
No, that's no problem. You were going out on our behest, so you're welcome to stay here free of charge.
Oh,
There will be a slight decrease due to the poor results, but I mean, yeah, otherwise.
Do we
Go
know,
with the
is the
lash.
town in danger
this...
from these?
not
these
anymore.
orcs?
Yeah, you said the orcs were all dead.
Your robot here is a pretty capable fighter. We heard screaming, and there was some sort of alarm bells, and then more screaming, and then lots of fire, and I think I woke up long enough to see him rip the cage open, and then I woke up here.
We're talking about the same robot?
There's,
Well, that's just all sorts of unsettling.
I mean, there's not a whole lot.
Blinky's eyes blink, hence the name.
But yeah, I'm gonna take a nap for like a week if that's okay with you guys. Also, do they have food? Because food sounds great, and then a nap for a week.
Yeah, I'll have to send food up to your room, and you can just take my room for now.
Okay, thanks. And she gets you to point her in the direction of the room, and then, you know, shambles on over that way. Tell him to send up brains, and then she moans and goes to sleep. That last part.
Perfect. I don't know, the last part makes it all better.
The orcs just let us go. By the way, do you know where I can get some brains?
Yes, reach into the sack of brains I have here.
Or just handfuls of like cool dirt I can eat.
That was disturbing. Let's not go there again.
That
Well-
you so richly deserve.
Yeah, so,
So, I think it's super important that we not deal with that and go. Actually, well, maybe, I don't know. Do we want to? Also, where the orcs are dead anyways. Do we want to send somebody to go find the humans? Go find a doorknob. Maybe that'll work.
Okay. Lash, as you look around the room, there's a doorknob attached to every door. It's that kind of inn.
Damn. I don't
Wow.
know if we can afford to stay here.
Perhaps.
So if I remove the doorknob, because that mage did a thing with the doorknob and was able to do stuff, right? So can we do the
It's
same
best
thing?
I keep opening doors. You might find a wizard.
Excuse me, sir, I'm naked.
If we need to speak to the humans, perhaps I should go. After all, I was the one who promised them protection.
That would be a very long trip, and you would probably miss out on our journeys. I mean, you'd
I
have
mean,
to go across.
they've already been not protected. What are you going to gain by going back?
You'd have to cross over the desert, and then I think it was another week on top of that away further
To the
north
woods.
past the town.
Past
Probably try to find a
Grandma's
plot wizard.
Yeah.
There,
So in the plot wizard.
you forget that as an Eladrin, I may be able to access ways unknown to you.
You have ways
house.
unknown
That
to me.
sounds.
I tuck the teleport scrolls away. Damn it, my plan.
Whistling innocently the entire time. Don't look over here. Yeah, so I mean, if you guys want to go do the ship thing, you can. You've got some sending scrolls if you need those, or whatever.
I don't know who you would send for or send to. You could send a message to Foz to let her know that if she wanted to do something nice, she can go take care of some humans.
Yeah, but can we really count on her
Doesn't
after
like
she abandoned
humans.
us?
She abandoned out of what is to her a righteous cause, not.
The note rewrites itself again, back to get fucked, but just and then comma Lash.
Gosrin, I believe you have some sending scrolls if you want to try to attempt sending on your own.
She seems to have an irrational hatred of humans.
I see what you're doing there.
Well, she did. She was against us even contacting the humans in the first place. If I recall correctly. It was an argument. I think the humans are just going to have to wait until we finish with the god.
Really all that important in the first place, right?
Well, they
Dirt
may
farmers.
have been. Right, but remember the issue was that they had records from when the town was founded, which is why the god was attached to the entire issue in the first place, was because something, when they founded the town, there was some kind of ritual they had that did the blood sacrifice thing.
Never able to figure out what.
Right, because it had been like excised from all the history books that were left in access. But the humans had books about that time, and we just thought that it might give us a clue as to a weakness in the god that we could exploit. Of course, we also have a flying ship now, so there's that.
It hasn't really flown yet. It's just sort of sailed.
True. May have a flying ship. Yeah, so I don't know.
No, I don't think the human camp was really under any danger in the first place. It was more just we're sending them for information. That's why we sent
Right.
Chuck and Hansa. It's not like we sent an army to protect humans.
Chuck's
so-
kind of like an army.
Well, Chuck was probably there to protect Hansa, maybe, and that didn't work so well, apparently.
No, yeah, we were just sending them to pick up the books that they had to see if there was any information we could use about the god.
So no, I
That
don't think
was
they're in any immediate danger or need for large-scale protection. So I don't think there's any real need to sprint off to.
Okay.
Get our journey underway seems a priority now.
Okay, so you guys want to go do ship things
Yes.
with your ship friends?
Yeah, I think so. Since we're all the way over here, that's what we need to do.
Okay.
But I
Alright,
don't
so
really care about going back to visit the humans.
let me toss out something here. So we need crew, right?
Why do we need crew? I thought we already have a crew.
Have enough of a crew, or do we need more?
They sailed the ship just fine to get here, didn't they? Well,
Sure,
did the
but I mean-
ship seem under crewed For I have no idea how much crew a ship normally needs. We had
17.
we had 6 or so.
17? Was that?
Let's say you guys have like, I don't know, like 10.
Wasn't it 11 or 12? Because
It
there
was
were a
like
bunch
12.
of corpses and they each had dollars.
It was like 10 or 12, let's say. Yeah, let's say you had. I mean, they seem to operate the ship just fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that they need to rest or anything. That it's kind of the benefit of an undead crew. Not that I would, God's not would be thinking like this, anyways. But anyways,
That's what you say.
yeah.
You're changed, man. You're changed. You used to be cool.
No, I don't see any need for further crew to be subjected to what we're gonna have to endure for this trip.
Saying that, maybe more people to be fighty types or, crew.
Can we
have
just take the robot?
A giant new killbot that hopefully can float.
What? Oh,
Right?
that thing's got to have an owner, right? That's totally immoral, and I refuse to work with it.
This has been the last episode ever of that D&D podcast.
Blinky looks around the room for another robot.
You guys. Okay, so
I was
Well, we
waiting
could ask
all episodes to say that.
we could ask Blinky if Blinky wants to join us. I don't know if they identifies with a gender, but Blinky, would you like to come with us on a magical voyage to kill a god?
Isn't that why I'm here?
Are you gonna run
If
off and
you
leave?
say
I'm
so.
sorry. Are there more of you? Can we make more of you? Can we bind more of you in service to us?
Well, Foz made Blinky, so
So really, Boz was a hypocrite.
I think Foz is more about undead, not
Oh, okay.
The robot
robots.
was never alive.
Robot's a
Okay.
construct.
Robots are not alive. Got it. Can we make more of you?
Except Blinky grew a soul when you weren't looking.
Well, he picked it up for somebody, probably an orc.
Secondhand from the thrift
right
store.
off the floor.
Really?
Didn't even check see where it
After-
had been.
After a robot kills someone, it binds the soul into them.
Jeez, that would be so creepy.
That's why Blinky is a killbot. Soon he will be all people.
Just simulating
Nice.
souls.
Soon he will be all people's a wonderful trace.
And then you can call him Whitaker? No?
For you all. Cool.
What?
It's a game reference.
What game?
But Kickstarter.
Who? What
Got
now?
the name of it.
Pillars of Eternity?
Oh,
That's it.
I haven't played it yet.
Spoiler alert, it's pretty good.
Not gonna play it now.
Durant's best priest.
And he's got a great voice.
Duran.
Anyways, so like we were saying, if we could create some sort of army of constructs like this one, we would have a much better chance, possibly. We don't know what's on the other side of that god wall.
Well, right now we're just raiding islands, right? What was the point of the island raiding again? I can't remember.
To
a
get the stuff
relic.
that we need for the shoot.
The flying
Magical
ships,
MacGuffins.
yes. Yes.
The Residium, and there was apparently some kind of relic that we had heard about.
Unobtainium. We're gonna have to attack the floating isles of.
Does anyone have
Avatar.
a magic item they don't want?
I don't actually think I have a magic item at all.
Is key a magic item?
No.
No.
Is mayonnaise a magic item?
No.
No.
If it was baconaise.
I think the problem with mass producing robots like Blinky was that we had to go through, I think, 3 or 4 different cities just to find all the parts, and they were exorbitantly expensive.
Because I think what's her face that starts with an R. It said that basically they were the only ones that were left had been around for a while that nobody was still alive who made them, who knew how to make them or something.
They went slightly crazy, and we're all disassembled.
Yeah.
No, disassemble.
Oh, jeez.
Just stop talking to a cup.
Blinky is alive.
That is a goddamn lie. You take it back.
No,
Robots-
disassemble.
Robots cannot be alive. That is against everything I believe in.
That was closer to a Dalek than Johnny Five.
That's true.
Cora goes up to Blinky and says, I have this amulet that I don't really use, but it seems like something Foz would want you to have. And I give it to him.
Cool. Blinky, just
Amulet of life protection. It keeps you from being raised as an undead if you were to die.
sweet.
I'm not kidding, it does that.
When the hell did you get that?
A while ago.
You're
I'll do
gonna need to get a
something
lot more.
Bobby just adds
Blinky,
things to his
Blinky
character
just
sheet.
puts it in his hand and like touches a finger to it, and it just into Residium after half an hour.
After half an hour, well, that's
Disenchanted.
That's
entirely
a half
too
an
long.
hour poof.
Yeah.
Disassemble.
Well, that was kind of a dick move, Blinky.
I asked
gave
if
it
you
to him.
wanted it anymore.
Social interaction protocols not loaded.
It was partially for sentimental value.
I'm sorry, Andrew. We have to get rid of your character already.
Yeah, that's entirely too bloodthirsty for me. Wouldn't someone think of all the precious artifacts that we could be saving?
I was referring more to Chris's voice for it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't care about the amulet.
It's so fun. I have this cup and nothing to do with it.
Have a cup. I don't know.
I blacked out and I woke up with this cup here. That sounds weird. So yes, you guys are gonna head out to the boat. Is
Yes.
there anything else you want to do in town before you get on your rowboats and then get to the real boat?
Yeah.
Well, we have to awkwardly tell that Dragonborn and two dwarves that their services are no longer required.
No. We'll keep them.
If they want to come on our journey, it might help to have some other sailors on hand to actually teach us how to do both things.
Yeah, these
There
guys
we
can
go.
talk,
Yeah,
too.
because they can talk and stuff.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if
Right.
they were to meet
But-
an unfortunate fate, I could just bring them back for us.
As long as you're not taking that in front of me. You might want to warn them, assuming you let us know about this crew, that they're going to be on a rather odd boat.
Well, yeah, they were coming to meet us. So
Who's flying a plane?
The vacuum cleaner.
Oh.
Mike
Don't
encountered some
vacuum
turbulence.
while you're.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Fairsoon, you're the one who
Yeah.
first met these guys. Are you gonna tell them exactly why the ship is weird before they get onto it, or?
Don't get weird, baby. It's all right.
Well, yeah, I'll explain. We have. I'll be honest. We have something of a crew already. The problem is that they do not speak, and they are magically bound to the ship, and so we require people to teach us how to run the ship in case of some sort of unfortunate accident that may disable them.
Magically bound? You mean like elementals or something? You had like
It's-
sea
it's
elementals
something-
on your ship?
Something like that. They're more like people elementals.
They're more like flesh golems, if you want to be
Like
technical.
Golem. It's no big deal. They
But
also
it's-
retain some memories from the past that
It's-
you can
it's-
just overlook that.
It's my old crew, and they
You know
loved me
how
so
you know
much
how
they
some
wanted to
people
stay.
say that they would commit their soul to the sea for all eternity.
I've never heard that, but go on.
But go on. All right.
Well,
We have a
I'm
group
just-
of able people, but they get
I'm
really
just,
pissed off if
I'm
you
just
mention
telling you what Lash told me to tell you.
Wait, Lash? Like
Not
the
Lash,
Lasher
sorry.
Lash?
Oh, good.
Not recently.
That actually makes things a lot quicker to explain.
The Bandit of Horrible Legend Lash?
I love my reputation.
No?
Technically, just Lash's crew.
Bound to her. Yes.
Descendant.
Someone who very much resembles her is my understanding.
It's a doppelganger, and since Lash is evil, the Lasher was evil, that means that this one's the good half, right?
Yeah, this one's got a goatee and everything to prove it.
I'm gonna need a hell of a diplomacy check from fucking somebody for this. Actually,
I'm
no.
on
What's the one where you try to lie to him?
We're not lying.
Deception?
Bluff?
Bluff. I
Bluff.
need a deception if you're going to, or I'm gonna need a bluff if you're going to try to mask what the hell is going on, or a diplomacy if you're trying to smooth over the actual details.
Well,
So
if I'm the one making the check, they're both really low.
I've
Great.
got this one. I've got this one.
Oh, you've got this
Oh,
one, so
but
you're
It's
gonna
already
step
been rolled.
up.
Yeah, Eska just butted in and try to calm things down.
So Eska comes out. Eska, was that bluff or diplomacy?
Bluff.
Okay.
I'm just gonna reaffirm everything that Gosrin had said, and just it can't possibly be the Lasher because it's been decades. The Lasher was dead long ago. We just happen to have found her stuff.
The Dragonborn out of the three goes, no. There was that guy in the fucking tavern, and he was singing stuff, and all of a sudden you guys have a ship that's moved. Nope, I'm out. And he walks off. So you've got two dwarves left, and Lash, you got Streetwise. What are you gonna say to these two dwarves that are left?
Look, this is a chance to make some excellent coin. I understand that you may have some misgivings about the fact that I used to be dead, but that was the old me. The new me is totally different. Look, this is a good opportunity for you not only to redeem yourselves in the eyes of the crew that you can no longer sail with, because I understand that your reputation was somewhat shady to begin with. And additionally, we'll put in a good word for you and smooth that over. And if you don't, we'll tell everyone that you're a bunch of cowardly bilge rats that would rather suck scum from the top of a standing water barrel than drink grog with mighty pirates. I mean, privateers.
What's your diplomacy?
6. But my streetwise to press them into service by
To make no fucking sense.
hey, it made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, let's dungeoneer up some Arcana.
It might work.
This is look. Gun can be used as every stat.
That would still be a 17, so I'm gonna say that works as diplomacy.
Boom.
So, when you get to the part about them having a kind of crappy past, they kind of look down and they're try not to make eye contact with anybody, and you promise them you'll clear their names and that sort of thing, and give them a good reputation, or a famous one or something. They're like, all right, but if I'm working with something weird, I want double pay.
Oh, we will pay you double whatever this guy promised you.
Did Fairstein promise anything?
Shut
Let's
up.
triple it.
and we want to split an equal share of the treasure.
Yeah, you will have an equal share with the rest of the crew.
All right, and then they walk on.
Gosrin, you did not hear what I just said.
There's treasure? I'm pretty sure we're not getting any treasure from this run.
No, we're not. And the other thing is that the rest of the crew isn't getting paid because they're already dead.
You're all part of the crew.
And you're all dead.
We're all not getting paid.
Right about
So
now,
it's
Foz is
Crawls
trying
up
to
to
walk
the doing
into
any
a
work
Raven
around the
Queen
ship, by the
temple,
way.
and for some
0.
reason, all of her
Plus
skin
0.
just burns.
Carry to 0. Minus the 0. Nothing. Plus nothing. Divided by nothing.
Divide by 6.
No, Fozz's horse is just getting taller and taller as she rides away.
I'll
If it gets too tall, we'll be able to see you.
Oh, good, more drunk text.
Was that you
Over
outside
here.
my window the other night? I was thinking about you too. Okay, so you guys get on the
Hey,
boat.
Chris,
Yes.
before we leave, I just want to ask around some of the older sailors that are in there what passing wages are for a hazardous voyage would be.
How
You
long,
shut your mouth.
How long are you guys planning to be out?
This is a short voyage, isn't it? It's just some local islands.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably like 2 days there, maybe.
Just say a week's pay, or whatever passes for a week. And
It depends on if they're on the ground crew or not, but I mean, You know,
No.
if it's super treacherous, an equal share with the rest of the officers is more than fair, or 10 or 20 gold a day, depends on how much you guys come back with, whatever you agreed on.
Okay. I thank them for their information.
They kind of tilt their heads towards their empty mugs of ale. Well, you know, there's
Oh yeah, I forgot. I also wanted to get a meal for Hanzo and Chuck too. So I'm gonna send a meal to them, and I'll pay for their next round.
okay. They cheer for the big scaly guy as you walk out. It's like, ah, yeah, cheers for Scaly. And then some drunk
Isn't
ass
this
dragonborn
Scaleford?
next to him. Yeah, some drunk ass dragonborn next to him goes, yeah. He's like, fuck you, Jim, that one. And he's like, oh. So you guys hop in your boat. Well, you know, the rowboats, and you get out to the big boat.
Good to be home.
And please hold. I have to make an intermediary jump so I can get you guys to the right one. Here's your boat. It's even got creepy fog trailing off the back of it. That was kind of a pain in the ass to make. It doesn't even look that great, but you got creepy fog. Fuck you.
Is
Nice.
it?
Good job. Good job on the creepy
Oh.
fog.
I
Yeah,
say-
thank you. That's all.
So yes, you guys head out to sea. I don't think you have said yet, or maybe you did. Did you guys want to go to Rock Roost Isle, which is I think a little bit closer, or do you want to head to the Fortress Island, which is a little bit further?
Fortress Island does sound cooler.
Fortress Island contains a fortress and therefore would make a good base for a pirate thing.
It's also already haunted, so
So
Sigil
might as well start
suggests,
there while we're still strong.
exactly. Sigil suggests that to Lash. Pirate outpost.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was Sigil saying that, if that was Foz saying "Go fuck yourselves."
Fuzz is just actually
Yes, go fuck yourself.
just has a
Lash.
stack of sending scrolls in every 10 minutes.
La 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 la. Fuck you.
I'm sorry,
The time
I've
is now 12:15.
I've changed my number. It's okay.
Your Arcana is so shitty that you're just talking to yourself.
Okay, so
So
consensus.
I like that idea. We should do that. We should build a pirate base for my pirate crew.
Okay.
I mean, our pirate crew.
So there's
Our
no way that
pirate
this
crew.
can go wrong, and I'm curious to see what happens after, maybe if you guys kill a god. So we're gonna set sail for Fortress Island, yeah?
Yeah.
I guess.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, you can look it up on the sea chart. Lash, you tell the crew, and they rig up the sails and point you in the generally right direction using some sort of compasses and rudders and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know how ships work.
This reminds me of a song.
Okay. What song?
He's not gonna sing it for you.
He doesn't remember.
It's a
Just
ripoff.
remind me.
That was disappointing.
I know, right?
Oh, there we go. We're a band of vicious pirates sailing out to sea. When you hear our gentle singing, you'll be sure to turn and flee. A pirate I was meant to be, trim the sails and roam the seas.
To prevent scurvy, we should eat an orange.
Orange?
Okay, so for this one, it's going to be probably closer to like 2.5 days, just because you have to
Have you
navigate.
factored in the bonus for my awesome pirate crew?
They don't have any sort of like wind speed enchantment on them.
Mental note. Oh wait, before we leave, I want to
Just
mention
put your lips
to the
together and blow
before we leave, I want to mention
into
to
the
the
sails.
before we leave, I want to mention to the town that if they have any criminals they want to get rid of, that we'd be interested.
What?
You
We'll worry about that later.
This isn't
Sorry, let's
even
go.
like cute, ha ha ha. Chris, this is actually like evil.
Yeah, and we don't know about it apparently.
Yeah, we don't actually know what's
At
going
some point, we're
on.
being lawful stupid.
So,
Yes.
Lash, after you leave the mayor's office with that,
No, never mind, never mind. If Chris
uh,
is or never mind, never mind.
he reaches out
I
to
don't.
the town constable and has him draw up just some wanted posters just in case, with your general description on them and the best stick figure drawing that he could muster. Wanted for questioning is all it says, you know. So you guys leave. There's really not a whole hell of a lot to do aside from, sing sea shanties that the crew will not participate in. They actually do. They can't speak, but they do occasionally tilt their heads back and then moan into the wind, which is fun.
Okay. I'm gonna get as far away from those crew members as I can. Just so
We lost
everybody
Andrew.
knows.
Wait for till he comes back. Welcome back. Part of the way through the first day, off in the distance, you can make out. It looks like some weird, uh, dark blue humps, sort of uh, breaking through the surface. It looks like some large something or other, just kind of swimming along.
Sort of zombie whale.
But aside from that, I mean, the first day is relatively uneventful. Um, how many of you have ever been at sea before, character-wise, not like actual people?
Oh yeah, totally.
I, Robert
Uh,
Castillo, have been at sea.
But
Was that your question?
You gave Chris a brain hurt.
Eska has probably not ever been to sea. I'm gonna go with a no on that.
Okay.
Not been to sea. Or
Why
she's
don't...
been like on rivers, like river voyages, but not at the ocean.
Okay. Well, the first night, there's a storm you guys have to sort of go through, and it starts kicking up the boat something fierce. So how about all of you whose characters have been at sea before, give me an endurance check with a +3 on top of whatever your endurance normally is, and all of those of you who haven't, just a regular endurance check. For everyone watching the video, I've just typed the goal into the chat box where nobody can see it because I didn't push enter. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great.
Oh, whoops. Come on, last year one who's been at sea the most.
But that was in a previous. Okay, you guys are doing great. So,
So
you don't
Four
get.
12s.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. You
So
guys.
Gauzen,
no.
you rolled an 11 and
What
had
did
a
what
1.
did Eska roll?
Oh, 9.
Eska rolled a no.
Game of Thrones at 11:30? Doesn't sound right.
A replay maybe. So all of you with the tossing and turning, you're not able to get very good sleep, and you just feel just completely like shit the next morning when you wake up. The two dwarves are throwing up overboard, so you expect soon they'll be asking for more rations. Sigil, you're not throwing up, but you are your internal
A machine.
gyroscopes are slightly wonky.
Okay.
So everybody, you have one less healing surge today.
Oh man.
But as the morning progresses on, there's a bit of a fog over the front of the boat. And sorry, hold on. Sorry about that.
Get
There's
that all out?
Yeah. There's a fog that rolls over the front of the boat, and off somewhere ahead of you, it's kind of hard to pinpoint distance since everything is just sort of a blue expanse. You hear this high-pitched shrieking sound. That
Being at
sounds
sea
like
is
it's
so relaxing.
sounds like it's made from an enormous mouth.
Oh, that's good.
Um, Let me see. You only hear it once though, and after a little while, the fog wears off. It gets to be about high noon, and then from the what's the right side of a boat?
So did the fog
Port.
go away, or
I mean, starboard. Right side
Starboard.
is starboard and left is port.
What was that, David?
did the fog go away, or
Yeah, it was sort of a morning fog, and then as the day got closer to noon, the fog dissipated, and you guys sort of traveled on through it.
okay?
But the sun is directly overhead. It is sort of uncomfortably hot out here in the open part of the deck, and you feel something roughly bump into the starboard side of the boat. It doesn't seem like a rock or anything. The water is mostly clear, and you don't see anything nearby that would have done that. But you hear another shriek, and then again from the side of the boat is a rough bump, and a head pokes itself out of the water. And it is an enormous sea serpent, and on its back are strange fish creatures, which, as it rears up onto the deck, they sort of just hop off, and the serpent goes back under.
I think that these are probably envoys here to meet us and prepared to.
Maybe they're
give
here to
us
take us. I mean, a bunch of us did just chum the waters.
exactly.
So, these dudes pop out. The sea serpent goes back under, and you notice first off that these dudes are ugly as hell, and they appear to be some horrible amalgamation of a fish and a person.
So, greetings. First of all, I will welcome you onto my boat, and we'll hear the first of you your supplications in turn, and let's see what kind of presents you've brought for me.
The closest one to Lash is going to cock its head to the side. It's going to go and then try to stab at her with a trident. So let me
Sounds
get
like
an
initiative.
Let me get an initiative
trident.
roll from everybody.
How typical.
Hold on, I
Flash
know
says,
tongues.
"Fuck you,"
Just let me
stabs it in
just
the
let me
face.
figure out what he said, and then I'll get back to you about whether or not he was being hostile.
Ooh, 25.
Jesus.
Beat
Right?
me.
1, 2,
Oh
3,
wait,
4,
you didn't
5.
beat me.
Who? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is not on the? Coro's not on the list. Okay. Doesn't help that your box is very similar in design to theirs, Bobby. So I was like, where is the other person?
You look for Bobby's box.
Nobody puts
It
Bob
looks,
in the
it
box.
it looks like the priest guy.
All right, let me roll initiative for these guys, and then once we get the combat started, I will start another episode. So everybody's got to wait till next time.
God, what a shit episode you had to listen to.
That's the spirit, Adam. Way to promote the brand, dick.
We just cut that out in post.
You know she's not gonna.
I don't know, it was pretty negative.
Our
I might cut that one.
So let's talk about it for the next 25 minutes so she can't cut it.
We'll keep saying the letter R.
Jesus Christ, these guys have some initiative. Okay, missing rolls from Koro and Lash on here. I'm sure you rolled it.
25.
25 for you. And Koro?
But Lash goes before him. I mean, but Eska goes before him.
Koro? What's your
Let me
initiative?
find it. 17.
17. Okay. So our initiative for this battle is going to be Eska first, followed by Lash. Then the fuck. I wrote down how you pronounce these things. The Sawagan priest.
The Hwagen.
Then Fairsoon. Then the Sahuagin raider. Then Koro. And then Gazrin. Then the Sahuagin guard. And then Sigil. Let me... Okay. So what we're going to do is end this episode here since it's been the requisite amount of time. So thank you everybody for downloading this episode. Stay tuned to the next one where fighting happens with dice instead of words.
Yeah, we promise you the first 15 minutes won't be a bust.
And living creatures get hurt instead of just feelings.
David, it's under promise, over deliver, not over promise, under deliver.
Has that D&D podcast gone too far? 15 signs that say this may be true.
Thank
We
you,
done
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed today.
Find out how many members of the party quit next time.
Oh.
We're at cutting this all out in post.
Nope.
All right. So before
Anybody
we
else
end,
hate
The
D&D?
fans have a right to know.
How much we
It's
hate
actually
ourselves.
It's actually about ethics and undead pirate journalism.
you fucking.
That's you fucking is a perfect way to end the podcast.
So before we
Forever.
leave, I would like to give a quick shout out to two people who emailed us recently with questions and just general praise, approval, whatever you call it, for the podcast. So that would be Georgia.
So we need some good news.
Georgia, who apparently listens for some reason. She hasn't caught up yet, so by the time she catches up to this, it'll probably be so far in the future. I don't know, something. And then Joel, who emailed us from all the way over in Russia to let us know that we fucked up one of the links, and also he let us know some good things. So good looking out, and keep Russia in on, man. He actually said he's working on learning some Russian, and he said there's not a lot of RPG rule sets out there that have been translated. So he said soon he's going to try to start up a company and work on getting a bunch of RPGs translated to Russian, which seems pretty rad.
Fuck yeah, bring blue jeans.
So once you do that, let us know, and we'll give you a shout out on the podcast, because whatever we can do to help spread general nerdery to the masses is a good thing. So thank you, everybody. See you in a week, maybe. I don't know.
Borscht.
Or don't. I'm not your dad. Fuck.
No, Chris, we always see them.
What?
I said, no, Chris, we always see them.
I can't wait for the episode where you're cut off in mid-sentence there at the end.
He'll fix that in post. Chris, I figured this is not true anymore, but you mentioned that you were going to level us up midway through this session. I'm guessing this is since nothing major happened except for a lot of talking. Is that still?
I was hoping to have-
indicates otherwise.
I was hoping to have like this combat thing at least midway through by this point. So it'll be after this session.
Well, I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
Okay.
Hey,
So
it's
how
not
many-
my fault we got derailed this time.
I mean, it's
Shit, I thought we were already leveled up.
Yeah.
if y'all already have your character leveled up, that's fine, and I'll say we're leveled up, and then we'll just fix it and post somehow. Actually, no, this combat's gonna be kind of hard. So yeah, use your newer character sheet.
All right.
Okay.
D&D games.
You guys are probably all going to die, so you might want to die at your highest level.
You may want to
That
die
way it's
slightly
more
closer to the
embarrassing.
grasp of your gods. I want you to go at least a few more rounds, is all I'm saying.
Oh, sweet. I
On a
got.
sling
Hey,
bag.
that increases my initiative.